The air is thick with unspoken tension. A discussion unfolds, led by a master, perhaps among disciples. Someone questions the sight of snow, but the master warns against the deception of appearances. A person shivers, complaining of the cold, and is told they've been affected by something unseen, hinting at a supernatural encounter. Another voice remarks that someone has been defeated without a fight. A woman's voice interjects, asserting that someone is no match for her. There's a mention of a long journey undertaken simply to witness someone's charm, or style, suggesting Baishi's initial interest in Su-xian. The master figure sternly rebukes someone for using their cultivated power to harm others, laying blame on men for their misfortunes. Declaring that humans and demons should not coexist, the master vows to capture the speaker, identifying them as a demon. A challenge is thrown down. Can the monk escape a mystical formation? Following the confrontation and capture, the master states the demon has been confined within Leifeng Pagoda, a place of significant legend for the white snake. Another character, also seemingly imprisoned, speaks. The master claims this confinement offers a chance for self-cultivation, promising release upon achieving enlightenment, a place of spiritual discipline within walls of stone. Meanwhile, voices outside urge Su-xian to quickly gather medicine. Su-xian and a companion are indeed gathering herbs, with one noting the area has been extensively harvested. Suddenly, someone attempts to startle them. Su-xian wakes, recounting an encounter with a young woman underwater who gave him air, saving his life. Another voice reveals they were the rescuer, likely Ching. Concern is voiced about expending true energy to save an idiot like Su-xian. The conversation then shifts to a bat demon. It's noted that it's the 15th day, a time when these demons must be found swiftly to prevent further deaths. A scene unfolds on a boat. Su-xian and someone else request passage from a boatman. The boatman reveals their true identity but agrees to ferry them across, stating that helping others gives meaning to time. One speaker, addressed as Master, confesses their aspiration to become a doctor, aligning with Su-xian's path. Another shares a dream of becoming the abbot of Jinshan Temple, a place inextricably linked with Fa Hai. The speaker then reveals his identity as Grand Master Fa Hai of Jinshan Temple. He observes his shared journey with Su-xian on the same boat after 10 years of cultivation. He identifies Su-xian as being from Hangzhou and a gatherer of medicine. Fa Hai appears to be calculating something and inquires about Su-xian's dream, dismissing his initial response. A private conversation takes place between two female voices, likely Baishi and Ching. Baishi expresses her fervent desire to venture into the human world to see the flower-eating idiot, her affectionate, albeit teasing, term for Su-xian. Ching questions her interest in a mere ordinary person. In another conversation, someone explains to Baishi that a pure connection and the flow of true energy have now bound her to Su-xian. Baishi's sole desire is to see him. She instructs Ching to accompany her and tells another person to go to the shore, find Su-xian, and bring him to Huxin Pavilion. Baishi intends to play a joke on him to gauge his honesty. Someone mentions that the master has gained something, possibly related to their demon hunting efforts. A scene centered around detecting demons unfolds. Someone confidently claims expertise in identifying them, stating that demons are close by. They mention that they and their master have been tracking these creatures for a long time and plan to eliminate them that very day. A question arises: why must all demons be eliminated, even those who cause no harm? The demon hunter admits uncertainty about sparing non-harmful demons and states they wouldn't befriend them because their master only taught them to eliminate demons. Another voice suggests that if that's the case, the master or the master's master has a problem, but asserts the demon hunter themselves is not problematic, leading to a declaration of friendship. Introductions are exchanged, Ching and Ning Ren. A message is delivered to Su-xian, stating that a young master wishes to see him. Su-xian denies being a young master and insists the person sought is not him, although he is a medicine gatherer and is known for his fondness for flowers. Despite Su-xian's protests, the messenger insists he is the one Baishi wishes to meet. Someone mentions the lively lantern festival happening that evening and tells Su-xian to enjoy it and stop bothering them, seemingly referring to Baishi's playful persistence. Su-xian appears to be under some influence. He encounters a woman, likely Baishi, who invites him to sit despite the late hour, noting her solitude. Su-xian seems hesitant and tries to leave. A covered area by a lake is mentioned as being quite near. The woman finds it a pleasant spot for strolling by the West Lake, but Siu-tung maintains he needs to go home. The woman points out the moon over the lake and a pavilion, suggesting a romantic setting, which Siu-tung dismisses, claiming he has no time for romance. He seems to be avoiding her and mentions having someone else. He politely declines her advances, humbly stating he is merely a poor medicine gatherer. The woman, by she, asks Siu-tung to describe the person he is committed to. Siu-tung admits he knows little about her, not even her appearance, only that she saved his life when he fell into the lake. He feels a profound debt to his rescuer but is unaware of her whereabouts, and his friends dismiss the event as a hallucination. Yet he believes it was real because she instilled in him a deep sense of care. The woman asks if he would remember if such an event happened again. Another voice greets him as a friend, having apparently found him. Someone urgently tells another to go home, warning of danger. The person replies they must stay to capture demons, having been instructed by their master to catch the bat demon that day. Another voice warns this is a suicide mission. There's a discussion about a girl bitten on the neck by a bat. One person, claiming expertise, recognizes it as a specific type of spirit. Someone realizes the bat demon might escape and leaves in pursuit, regretting the loss of a potential friend. Nung Ren announces his presence, invoking Buddhist light against evil. A desperate cry for help rings out, "Master, save me! Master, ah!" Someone announces their return with the master and his senior brother, who is ill from bat demon venom. They question if he can be cured, depending on his fate or good fortune. A character is lost in deep thought, questioning the reality of recent events. Another voice suggests it might be a dream, but the person recalls hearing that consistently thinking of someone will lead to a meeting, and this has come true as they have been longing to see Siu-tung. A conversation takes place between Baishi Sujin and Siu-tung. Baishi asks if they can always be together, sharing every moment. She wonders if he would ever tire of her. Another voice interrupts, noting his senior brother's ears and teeth have become pointed and frightening, questioning if he has transformed. The focus returns to Baishi, with Siu-tung mentioning her departure and the resulting desolation of the place. Someone encounters a person seemingly attempting suicide by hanging and urgently tells them to stop, vividly describing the unpleasant appearance of a dead body. The person contemplating suicide acknowledges these details, stating they are aware. They reveal they are a demon themselves and are concerned about their appearance, especially given their past actions. Another demon appears and offers comfort, suggesting that encounters between demons are merely greetings and that many demons lack limbs anyway. They reveal they too are a demon and offer to teach the other how to exist as one, leading to accusations of dishonesty and eventually, their departure together. Someone complains about the monotonous food, and another tells them they must get used to it. Someone feels their head is about to explode, and it's humorously suggested this might make them smarter. A question about beauty is posed, followed by a somewhat crude description. The question about beauty is repeated, and now someone agrees they look pretty. A question arises about having special feelings and a desire to bite someone's neck and taste their blood. Someone states that being bitten and having one's blood drunk will lead to a breakthrough in realms and the loss of their monk identity, urging the person to embrace being a demon. Another voice, Siu-tung, declares his intention to open a clinic and earn money, not wanting Baishi to endure hardship with him. Baishi replies she wouldn't mind suffering as long as she is by his side. She asks about the nature of human marriages, seeking to understand the kind of relationship they share. Examples are given of couples who are only together in good times and those who become indifferent after achieving success. A warning is shouted. A scene with injured people unfolds, with someone stating that a particular illness is incurable and that the afflicted are harmed by demons, their life force drained. The severity varies from illness to immediate death. Despite the grim prognosis, Siu-tung insists on trying to find a cure. He is advised to protect himself and not wander alone, thanking a great master for the warning. There's mention of soldiers dying suddenly. Siu-tung is urged to rest after preparing medicine for 3 days, but he refuses, determined to find a cure. He asks for assistance. Discussions of medical texts and principles take place. A powerful figure, likely Fa Hai, confronts evil beings, accusing them of disrupting the realms and harming people, stating they deserve destruction. However, Buddhist compassion is mentioned, offering a chance for repentance. The figure warns against being deceived by demons. Powerful Buddhist figures and concepts are invoked. The demons plead to be released. Fa Hai declares that demons are demons and must accept their punishment. Ching expresses worry for Bai Shi, who dismisses her concerns, stating she has her own plans, though Ching believes Bai Shi is solely focused on Su Xian and is depleting centuries of her cultivation to help him. Ching warns that Bai Shi might die if she persists. Bai Shi states she must leave. Bai Shi is thanked for saving someone. A great master, Fa Hai, is invited to rest or seek healing. Fa Hai acknowledges the medicine and asks if Bai Shi made it alone. She replies that her wife helped, revealing her relationship with Su Xian. Fa Hai gives Su Xian a protective magical item. Fa Hai confronts Bai Shi, asking if she believes she can escape and identifying her as the one who concocted the medicine that caused confusion. He acknowledges her centuries of true energy and her kindness to the common people. However, he believes that demons ultimately bring harm to humans. Bai Shi asks whom she has harmed. Fa Hai implies she knows. Bai Shi declares her love for Su Xian and questions how she could possibly harm him. Fa Hai states that humans and demons should not be together as it harms the human's life force and fortune. Bai Shi argues for the rarity of true love, but Fa Hai dismisses it as merely being comrades in arms. Bai Shi insists Su Xian is happy and tells Fa Hai to return to his chanting, implying he doesn't understand love. Fa Hai asks if Su Xian would still love her if he knew she was a snake. Bai Shi claims her love is genuine and that she would rather suffer herself than see him suffer. Fa Hai acknowledges her kindness to the people and allows her to leave for now, warning that their next encounter will be unforgiving. Su Xian returns home and is greeted by his uncle. He joyfully announces that his medicine has cured many people, making it a special day. The grateful villagers have sent food. He thanks Bai Shi Su for her help and they prepare to eat. During the meal, Su Xian drinks wine. Someone mentions it is the Dragon Boat Festival, a time traditionally associated with warding off snakes. Su Xian asks his uncle why the door is locked and if something is amiss. Behind the locked door, Su Xian pleads with Bai Shi. If this were their final moment, he asks what she would say. He confesses that her words have made him believe in reincarnation for their sake and that he will make her happy forever. He urges her to open the door. Fa Hai's voice is heard, stating that Bai Shi was given a chance to leave but refused and must now face the consequences. He accuses Bai Shi and Su Xian of hindering their own happiness. Bai Shi tells someone, likely Ching, to leave. Fa Hai reveals that Su Xian has been struck by a magical weapon, and his life force is severely depleted. He dismisses the idea that Su Xian was eaten by a white snake, revealing that the white snake is Bai Shi, his wife, a 1,000-year-old snake spirit. Su Xian expresses disbelief. Fa Hai imparts his energy to someone, stating that their few hundred years of cultivation are no match for his 1,000 years of power. Someone laments that they were wrong but does not regret their love. They ask how to save Su Xian and are told that only an immortal herb in Leifeng Pagoda can revive him. They are warned that demons cannot approach it as it is powerful and even fire cannot destroy it. Despite the danger, someone declares they will save Su Xian. Another voice states they can only go a certain distance. An accusation of stealing the immortal herb is made. A chase ensues. Someone asks if the herb has been obtained, and upon confirmation, urges a quick escape, fearing capture. Someone decides to create a diversion to distract their pursuers while the other takes the herb. It's mentioned that the demon spirits trapped under Leifeng Pagoda for centuries rely on the immortal herb, and stealing it has caused a great disturbance. Someone cries out for help, saying they were trying to save Su Xian. A plea to the master is heard. A call is made for all high monks to form an Arhat formation. Someone confirms the immortal herb has been obtained, stolen by Su Xian, who has been captured by the monks. A magical barrier is erected around the main hall, and a powerful ritual has begun that cannot be stopped without bloodshed. Fa Hai tells the others to leave the Buddhist grounds. Someone demands Su Xian back. Fa Hai states that Su Xian was saved from death and should be grateful, not cause more trouble. He claims Su Xian is in critical condition due to demonic influence after retrieving the herb, and they are performing a ritual to help him. The possibility of demonic possession is raised. Someone insists on seeing Su Xian but is warned against interfering, as it could harm him and the surrounding people. Fa Hai reiterates that human-demon relationships are harmful. Someone accuses Fa Hai of trying to separate them and declares they will fight him. Bai Shi states that if she cannot take Su Xian away today, she will flood Jinshan Mountain. Fa Hai threatens to destroy her if she does not cease her selfish actions. A chaotic scene unfolds with cries and sounds of struggle. Someone calls out, Su Xian. A female voice replies, I am Su Jin, Bai Shi's name. She questions if he remembers how they met. She accuses Fa Hai of using despicable methods to make Su Xian forget her, reiterating Fa Hai's claim of demonic possession and her interference with the Arhat formation, blaming her for Su Xian's condition. She dismisses the demonic possession as an excuse, accusing Fa Hai of trying to separate them and calling him despicable. She laments her lifelong devotion to protecting the Dharma and questions why this disaster has befallen them, wondering if she was too attached. She apologizes to a friend for causing trouble. Someone pleads to see Su Xian one last time, even if it means damnation, questioning if their love is not true love and where Fa Hai's supposed great compassion lies. They beg for one last meeting. Fa Hai is heard chanting Amit Ba, showing his unwavering resolve. Someone thanks another for enduring hardship. Despite not recognizing them, they are moved to tears by their suffering, asking them not to cry and offering to cry alone. Bai Shi states that even though she cultivated for 1,000 years before meeting Su Xian, that millennium is less important than their brief time together. She declares her unwavering love and devotion. Further emotional expressions of love and sacrifice are heard. Someone states they will never love like their sister, presumably Bai Shi, and another says they will never learn to be a demon. A comment is made about someone looking quite good. The concept of waiting for thousands of years versus loving in an instant is contrasted. Expressions of willingness to endure hardship and the unwavering nature of love are voiced. The final lines emphasize devotion and living solely for the sake of the beloved.